everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am prepping 10 meals to go in my freezer. These will be freezer to crockpot meals. I thought I would offer you some tips and tricks on how to put meals together, not just these, but others. And I will be linking to the recipes below. But first of all, hi, if you're new around here, my name is Lydia Senn, and I make videos on frugal and simple living. We're a debt-free family of 6, and I like to talk about how to save time and how to save money. So if you're into that, I would love for you to subscribe and join our community. So my husband had some time off between Christmas and the beginning of the year, and I thought I would take some time to meal prep and get some meals in the freezer because I knew the start of the year would be crazy. If I knew how crazy it was going to be, I probably would have crawled back into bed. So I ended up making 10 meals total, and before I did, I made a list of everything I wanted to make, which was chicken chili, chicken soup, carnitas, beef stew, beef tacos, Mississippi chicken, sausage, pepper, and potatoes, and I made multiples of each one, so that totaled up to 10. When I was making these recipes, I intentionally chose things that had like ingredients, so things that I knew I would use, like onions, celery, carrots, and potatoes for multiple things. So that way, when I was chopping, I was only having to chop once for many, many meals. And that just made the prep process go by so much more quickly. And then I would put carrots in their own bowl, onions in their own bowl. Everything had a designated space, so then I could just scoop it out into a freezer bag. I also labeled my freezer bag with a Sharpie before I started filling them, because you're going to tell yourself you'll remember what it is, and then it will just turn into some weird mystery in your freezer. When I tell you that this onion that I am peeling in this video took me down, it took me down so fast. I had to wear these ridiculous glasses that my husband wears over his everyday glasses, but it worked. It worked phenomenally. I prep my meat and my vegetables separately to avoid cross-contamination, and before I even start prepping the meat, I'll go ahead and start filling up the bags with the vegetables, and just using a scoop makes things so much easier. Having all the vegetables laid out just really streamlines the process. I can go ahead and throw my seasoning in there, and it makes everything flow so much more smoothly. First recipe I'm prepping is sausage, peppers, and potatoes. So the peppers are the outlier here. They were not used for any other recipe except for this one, but the potatoes that I put in it obviously were. And I just thinly sliced tricolor bell peppers. I think the tricolor tastes so much better, and they're so beautiful. I threw in some Conecuh sausage and potatoes into the bag. I used the round cut. I am using a russet potato for each one of these recipes. Those seem to hold up really, really well in the slow cooker. And then I went ahead and put some olive oil and seasoning into the bag. I like to use the Kinder's Trinity blend. So it's salt, pepper, garlic. It is so good. Yes, I use a lot of it, but you will never, ever, ever accuse me of under-seasoning my food. I've made this chicken soup recipe on my channel before. That's what I'm prepping right here, but it's carrots, onions, potatoes, celery, garlic, a couple of chopped chicken breasts. I will throw in a bay leaf and salt, pepper, and then when I go to put it in the crock pot, I will add in chicken stock and cook it for 8 hours on low, and maybe add a little bit of cream at the end. If I want to do a creamy soup, serve it over rice. It's very versatile. It's very easy. Also made beef tacos. I got a 3-pound roast, and I added in enchilada sauce, onions, a jus seasoning, and fajita seasoning. And when it's time to cook, I'll cook on 8 hours, serve with some rice or tortillas. What I like to do is put it back in the tortilla and kind of I would be pan fry it, but you put it in the pan to warm it up on both sides and toast the tortilla. It's so good. I also got a 5-pound pork roast that I will actually cut in half to make 2 different meals. Well, it's the same meal, but two separate ones. And this is just really simple. I put it in the freezer bag with some corn. I split 1 bag of corn for both bags. And then I do salsa and onions. And then again, cook on low for 6 to 8 hours. You can serve over rice with some avocado, some shredded lettuce. It's really good. But we're doing a quote freezer to crock pot meal. This is carnitas. I let it thaw overnight in the fridge. It's still a little icy, but it's not solid frozen, and I'm gonna stick it in the crock pot. So the next thing I did was Mississippi chicken. So this is like Mississippi pot roast, but you use chicken instead of a roast. So it's 3 chicken breasts, a packet of ranch, a packet of onion soup, a stick of butter, and some banana peppers. Cook on 6 hours on low. I serve with rice and a salad. Super quick, super easy, super yummy. And this is also a great thing to take to other people when someone's had a baby. Every time I take it to someone, people ask for the recipe because it's so good. You want to call them a stick of butter. It's not that good. I prepped 2 beef stews for my freezer, but for whatever reason, I do not have footage of me doing that. I don't know what happened. So I thought I would walk you through what that recipe looks like because it is so easy and so delicious. And this is a great one to put on overnight to have for lunch on Sunday. So I have my stew beef that I cover in Worcestershire and a little bit of flour. And then you just kind of whisk it all together. And I'll do this before I put it in a freezer bag usually, but I made this one in this particular video fresh for that day. Add in celery, carrots, potatoes, onion, a bay leaf, everything to your liking. So I don't have any particular measurement, but you're basically filling up the slow cooker with your vegetables, and then probably a pound of the cut stew beef. I just buy a roast and cut it myself because stew beef, for whatever reason, there's a premium. I'll do 2 to 3 cups of chicken broth, and again, just let it cook all day, 12 hours. This one is one that's really going to need to slow roast, but it comes out delicious every single time. You can serve it with rice. You can serve it with biscuits. You can serve it without a starch. It is just perfect every time. Okay, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this style of video, I would love for you to comment below or give me a thumbs up. What is your favorite slow cooker recipe? I hope you guys are having a great week, and we'll talk soon.